The Young Entrepreneurs Academy, or YEA, is a groundbreaking program for middle and high school students to learn how to start and run their own real businesses. And the Arlington Chamber of Commerce was proud to launch the program about 4 years ago, being the first to bring it to the DC metro region. So throughout the program, the students start with what we like to call the big idea. So they look at what they're good at, what they're interested in, and where those two intersect. From there, throughout the program, they work extensively with a number of real established business leaders. They write their business plan, they pitch to a panel of investors for actual real funding, and they go on to legally register their own business or nonprofit organization.
It was like, do you have to have a business idea? No, absolutely not. We take them through the process of brainstorming an idea.
My favorite moment was probably picking out what I was going to do with the program, picking out ceramics, because at first it was really nerve-wracking. What am I going to make? And then I decided to make my passion into a business.
So Nicole Designs is a traveling nail, hair, and makeup artist business that will come to your location and perform any service that you selected.
PawSwap is going to be a website and future app that will connect local owners who are going away for vacation from anywhere from a day to a month, and pet renters who are on the bridge of whether or not they're ready for a pet and want to experience it.
I view entrepreneurs as problem solvers, and you can look back at every one of our famous entrepreneurs across the country. I mean, Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates or anybody, and they really were solving a problem. And so that's how I have the students frame it. I have them look at problems in society, in everyday life, at their home life, in their parents. And it's like, how can you solve this problem?
So I'm really into being my own business manager, I guess, and just having my own business sounds really appealing to me. And I really want to make a difference in this world, and I guess starting your own business is the best way to do it.
The number one moment for me is seeing the students connect to the business community.
We're hoping to expand to farmers markets and boutiques. I already got one offer for a boutique tonight, and I have one offer for a farmers market table, so we're hoping to start selling from there.
In addition to the skills that the students develop through the program, they also gain access to some phenomenal business people working intimately with them in ways that they would not be able to gain outside the program. One of the great highlights of the program, in addition to the investor panel, is our CEO roundtable.
It's where I can actually spend some time getting to know the kids. It's not such a formal, scholastic-based training program. It's very casual. They ask some questions. I get to learn about the other people on the panel, and it's all a lot of fun.
We had an incredibly power-packed panel this year that included, for example, Shea who's the founder of Hungry, and also founded Live Safe, a company where his initial investors were people like Chelsea Clinton and Steve Case. So when he threw out those names, the students' jaws just dropped. They were blown away by being able to have that level of intimacy and experience with people who've been so successful.
We get kind of the inside scoop of what it's like to be an investor, and they get to see us as regular people, not just the Mark Cuban on television or the other guy over there, so it's kind of cool.
So the students gather a great deal of skills from their involvement in the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. They gain a lot of tangible skills in terms of how to run their actual real businesses. Some of our mentors have said in the past that the students graduate from this program with better business plans than they had when they first started out, because nobody gave them those tools and building blocks when they were starting. But the really great thing about the program is whether the student's business takes off or a future business takes off for them, it really gives them the skills that they need to be successful in any aspect of life.
For me is to see the students develop confidence. When they come into the program, the first week they're really shy, they're really nervous, they don't really have any, they're kind of scared to talk to adults, and so seeing that progress to the investor panel where they're pitching their idea like nobody's business, kind of looking like Jeff Bezos or somebody, like, very impressive. I think that for me, to see their confidence boil is just wonderful for me.
So it helps them with things like meeting deadlines, receiving feedback on your business plan, also a great deal of experience with networking as well as public speaking and presentations.
I guess really preparing for this day and presenting and just showing judges like what you've worked for this whole time, it's really a wonderful experience.
In the beginning, I think we didn't necessarily know what kind of students would show up, would even apply, and the caliber of the students now are insane. I mean, this investor panel this year about a kid developing his own Bitcoin money. I mean, these things these, there's one of the students wrote a book, and he's 10 or 11 or 12. I mean, that's an amazing time to be alive.
That, for example, at this last investor panel that we held, we had one of our alumni in attendance, Tyler Muse, who runs Replay My Gear, which is an amazing nonprofit that he started through last year's program, where he collects gently used sports gear and then donates it back to students in need. And actually through YEA, he was able to register as a nonprofit through the assistance of Arlington Law Group and had his financials done by Christine Searle from Searle Business Solutions. So those are real tangible benefits that he's gotten as a result of his involvement of taking what was just a really good idea and being able to actually execute it. And seeing that passion continue far beyond the graduation date is incredibly rewarding.
As our students are planning their business, sometimes there's a lot of challenges that they see in their business plan or holes that they need to plug, and usually I can help them work through that, or one of the instructors or their mentor can work through that. But sometimes it's a little bit more complex, and you have to bring out an outside speaker or outside resource. So what I usually do is I provide them with the resources that they need, but I don't hold their hand through the process. Like if their resource is, I need you to call somebody at the health department because you're making a food-based business that you need to have an inspection. Here's the number, you need to call and have this included in your business plan, that you've talked to somebody there and make sure you're aware of the rules and regulations. But I'm not going to hold you through I'm not going to hold your hand through the process. This is your business, this is your baby. Now go raise your baby, raise your business. So that's the other area where I've seen the students really blossom, is that they've really developed their self-starter capabilities and taken ownership of their business to make it grow and prosper.
We like to say too, that, and this is something that the National uses, is that they can be entrepreneurs or they can be intrapreneurs as well. So they can be the innovators within large companies or sectors of government, nonprofits, whatever it might be, that these skills are really going to be things they carry with them forever.
I mean, these kids give 110%. These business owners, we can all attend networking events, we can all write blog posts about business, we can all be subject matter experts. The YEA is an opportunity for you to actually sit down and talk to kids and talk to business leaders and pass on knowledge and educate them and train them. And also, it's a great opportunity for you to find interns for your future business and to be partners and to really, really be part of your community. And that's why I do it.
So I truly believe that the mentors and the business people who get involved in this get just as much out of the program as the students do. It's incredibly rewarding for them to be able to use their talents to be able to really channel towards the next generation of business leaders.
Oh, you absolutely make a difference. It's to know that you're talking to somebody and you're going to change their life. The advice I give them about getting an attorney, or advice you give about marketing, or somebody who changes their app to do this. I mean, you're building people who, this is not just the only thing they're going to do. This is the beginning stages of the rest of their lives. And when they're 25 or 30, and they'll still remember something that they learned in this YEA class, or you're a volunteer and you have this amazing knowledge about this huge thing you had to overcome in your own business, and you could share it with them to help them not fall into the same pitfalls that you did and help pass on that knowledge. I think that helps all of us, and I know the kids love it, and that's why I'm going to keep coming. I've already agreed to sign up again for next year to be the grand sponsor.